Hello student, today we are going to discuss about the function of the placenta. That is the important topic of the reproductive system. It is asked as a short note, function of the placenta. So in this figure you can see fetus is shown and below that placenta is shown. Okay, it having a chorionic and amnion layer, amniotic fluid is there. Okay. So what are the function of the placenta? So placenta having many function, like it act as a respiratory organ for the fetus, it has a immunological function, it has a barrier function, then transfer of nutrients and waste products between the mother and fetus, it occur by placenta. So placenta having respiratory function, excretory function and nutritive function. Placenta produce and metabolize the hormones and the enzymes that necessary to maintain the pregnancy. Barrier function and immunological functions are there for the placenta. Transfer function, transport is facilitated by the close approximation of the maternal and fetal vascular system within the placenta. So it is important to recognize that there is no mixing of fetal and maternal blood within the placenta. Excretory function, waste products like urea, uric acid, creatinine are excreted to maternal blood by simple diffusion. Respiratory function, intake of oxygen and output of carbon dioxide take place by simple diffusion. Intake of oxygen and output of carbon dioxide take place by simple diffusion. Oxygen supply to the fetus rate of 5 ml per kilogram per minute, and this achieved with a cold blood flow of 165 to 330 ml per minute. Placenta that forms the respiratory organ for the fetus. Oxygen necessary for the fetus is received from the maternal blood and carbon dioxide from the fetal blood that diffuse into mother's blood through the placenta. Exchange of the respiratory gases between the fetal blood and maternal blood. Exchange of respiratory gas between the fetal blood and maternal blood occurs mostly because of the pressure gradient. The partial pressure of oxygen in the maternal blood is 50 mm mercury. In the fetal blood, the partial pressure of oxygen is 30 mm mercury. This pressure gradient of 20 mm mercury causes the diffusion of oxygen into fetal blood. What is Bohr's effect and double Bohr's effect? Increased carbon dioxide tension that reduces the affinity of hemoglobin for oxygen. When PCO2 increase, then affinity of hemoglobin for oxygen is decreased. This is known as Bohr's effect. On the other hand, when the carbon dioxide tension is decreased and the affinity for oxygen is increased, so all the metabolic end products including the carbon monoxide are completely excreted from the fetus into the maternal blood. So this develops the low partial pressure of carbon dioxide in the fetal blood. So the affinity of fetal hemoglobin for oxygen is increased, resulting in diffusion of more amount of oxygen from the mother's blood into fetal blood. At the same time, because of entrance of fetal carbon dioxide into maternal blood, partial pressure of carbon dioxide, it is very high in the mother's blood. So because of affinity of mother's hemoglobin for oxygen is reduced, leading to diffusion of more amount of oxygen into fetal blood. Thus the Bohr's effect operates in both fetal blood and maternal blood. So it is known as double Bohr's effect. Next function is nutritive function. Glucose is a major energy substrate provided to the placenta and fetus. It is transported across the placenta by facilitated diffusion via hexose transporter. Although the fetus receives the large amount of intake glucose, large amount is oxidized within the placenta to lactate, which is used for fetal energy production. Amino acid concentration in the fetal blood are high than in the maternal blood. Amino acids are therefore transported to the fetus by active transport. Lipids, triglycerides and fatty acids directly transported from the mother to fetus in the early pregnancy, but synthesized in the fetus later in the pregnancy. Thus the fetal fat has got dual origin. Water and electrolytes. Sodium, potassium chloride by simple diffusion. Calcium, phosphorus, iron by active transport. Then next function is barrier function. Protective barrier to the fetus against the noxious agents circulating in the maternal blood. High molecular weight greater than 500 daltons. Endocrine function. So some hormones secreted from the placenta internally. So as we know, the hormone is an organic chemical that is secreted by the gland into circulating system and transport to the target organ. Target organ may be either peripheral tissue or the brain. Fetal, placenta and maternal compartments that forms the integrated hormonal unit, that is known as feto-placental maternal unit, that creates the endocrine environment that maintains and drives the process of pregnancy and prenatal development. Which are the hormones that are released from the placenta? So main hormones are the HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin, human chorionic somatotropin or placental lactogen. Other hormones are estrogen and progesterone, and other hormones are secreted in very few amounts. So this is the graph that's showing the duration of pregnancy and secretion of HCG. So you can see in the early weeks of pregnancy, okay, the human chorionic gonadotropin level is increased, and after that it become plateau. Okay. Human chorionic gonadotropin, it is also known as pregnancy hormone. It is a glycoprotein. Half-life is 24 hours. level peak at 60 to 70 days that remain at low level throughout the pregnancy. Placental GnRH have same control of HCG. Function of human chorionic gonadotropin is maintain the function of corpus luteum. Okay, it mainly maintains the corpus luteum, function of corpus luteum. Prevents the degeneration of corpus luteum. Stimulate the corpus luteum to secrete estrogen and progesterone that stimulate the continual growth of endometrium. HCG stimulates the leading cell of the male fetus to produce testosterone in conjunction with the fetal pituitary gonadotropins. So indirectly it is involved in the development of external genitalia. It suppresses the maternal immune function and reduce the possibility of fetus immunorejection. Then what is the function of human chorionic somatotropin, that is placental lactogen? Structure is similar to the growth hormone produced by the placenta. Level increase throughout the pregnancy. Large amount found in the maternal blood but do not reach the fetus. Biological effects are reverse of those of insulin. Utilization of lipids make glucose more available to the fetus and for milk production. Human chorionic somatotropin level proportional to the placental size. If HCS level decrease, then it produces placental insufficiency. Estrogen that forms the estrol, estradiol and estrone. They are the forms of estrogen. In that, estrol is most important. Level increase throughout the pregnancy. 90% produced by placenta, that is syncytial to trophoblast. Placental production is transferred to both maternal and fetal compartments. So this is a maternal unit, placental unit and fetal unit. So from the maternal unit, acetate, cholesterol, okay, pregnenolol. So cholesterol is converted into pregnenolol and progesterone and estrogen. Okay. So in this way, the fetus, maternal placenta act as a fetoplacental maternal unit, and different hormones are synthesized like estrogen, progesterone and glucocorticoids. What are the effects of placental estrogen? That stimulate the growth of myometrium and antagonize the myometrial suppressing activity of progesterone. High level of estrogen in the late gestation induce myometrial oxytocin receptor and prepare the uterus for parturition. Also, it stimulates the mammary gland development. Estrogen are the hormones necessary for both the duct and alveolar growth in the mammary gland. Progesterone level increase throughout the pregnancy. 80 to 90% is produced by placenta and secreted to both fetus and mother. Progesterone has two major roles during pregnancy. Support of the endometrium to provide the environment conducive to fetal survival. If the endometrium is deprived of progesterone, the pregnancy is terminated. Suppression of contractility in uterine smooth muscle, which if unchecked would be a disaster. This is called progesterone block on the myometrium. Toward the end of gestation, this myometrial effect is antagonized by the rising level of estrogen, thereby facilitating the parturition. Progesterone and other progestin also inhibit the secretion of the pituitary gonadotropins LH and FSH. This effect always prevents ovulation occurring during the pregnancy. Now we see the fetal adrenal gland. So as you know, the adrenal gland, also known as suprarenal gland, situated over the kidney. Adrenal gland are two parts: adrenal cortex and medulla. Adrenal cortex secretes glucocorticoids, cortisol and hydrocortisone, mineralocorticoids like aldosterone, sex steroid like dihydroepiandrosterone that is secreted very minor quantities. Adrenal medulla secrete catecholamines, epinephrine and norepinephrine. Adrenal gland development. Adrenal cortex is a very vital organ for the organism for the survival. Adrenal gland development start at 4th week of embryonic life. It function around 10 to 12 week of embryonic life. Enzymes necessary for biosynthesis of adrenocortical hormones do not develop simultaneously. Human chorionic gonadotropin role in stimulating the adrenocortical development. Adrenal medulla originate from the nervous system, ganglia of autonomic nervous system. Adrenal cortex has three layers: zona glomerulosa, zona fasciculata and zona reticularis. Zona glomerulosa has enzyme to convert the pregnenolone to progesterone, deoxycorticosterone, corticosterone and aldosterone. Zona fasciculata converts the pregnenolone and progesterone to 17-hydroxypre and 17-hydroxyprogesterone. 17-hydroxyprogesterone is converted into cortisol. Zona reticularis converts the 17-hydroxyprogesterone into dihydroepiandrosterone and androstenedione.